This is Gary with Black Diamond Games. I want to talk today about uh, potential, human potential, your potential. This is kind of a tricky topic. Mostly, it's about what you expect to get out of opening a game store, right? So, most game stores, the barrier to entry for opening a game store is minimal, non-existent. It's some boxes of cards and some Costco tables, and it really almost nothing. Okay, uh, that's the trap. It's very easy to start, and the other trap is it's it's a hard business, but you can succeed if your standards are low. So if you aren't planning properly, it's likely you will get a game store and you will be a game store owner, and you will do this for years, making very little money. So my impression, no one knows the answer, is the average game store probably makes about $200,000 a year and makes almost no profit, nothing to speak of. And the owner draws the manager's salary. And this is what we call a buy a job. And it's not a game trade term, it's a small business term. A buy a job is a place to park your life because you have nowhere else to go. You invest in this thing, you go to work every day, you survive, you've bought a job. Congratulations. You can't go anywhere. Also, you can't have very many days off or vacation or retirement savings or college savings or own a home. None of these things will happen. So, what you want to do is decide if you want to buy a job or if you want a actual business that will provide you a reasonable income. I'm writing a book right now, and the subtitle of the book is How to Achieve a Middle Class Income in 5 years. And a middle class income is about $55,000 a year. If you're thinking $55,000 a year, that's a lot of money. Well, maybe the game trade is for you, but that's not a lot of money, especially when you think 5, 10 years down the road. I gave up my earning potential for having a game store the first 10 years. I calculated I gave up $1 million of income. That's how much I gave up to do this thing. So, am I successful at this? Well, I'm never gonna get that $1 million back, so that's not gonna happen. So that title is amusing and bugs people for a couple reasons. First is a middle class income is a low bar. That's such a low bar. If we're really arguing about whether it's possible to get to the middle, we're, we're doing the wrong stuff. This is not the right stuff. So it sounds really high. And at the same time, it's so low. You've given up 5 years of your life to to achieve the middle, right? Would you, if you went to college for 5 years and you got a C average, would you call that a grand success? I don't think so. So I think that's the thing is if figure out what you want from your life, assume you'll succeed, think about where you're going to get to after this 5, 10 year period. Think about what else you could do, if anything. It's probably going to be more profitable and better for you in the long run. You're going to have more time off. And think about that. Assume you'll succeed. And if you're gonna try to get to that middle class income, you're gonna need a lot of money to start. You're gonna need six figures. You're gonna need at least $100,000. And you're like, $100,000? There's no way I'll ever have $100,000. Like, well, then you'll probably never have a middle class income. I'm sorry. It's rough. It's a tough thing to say, but you're gonna need a lot of money to have potential to grow a business beyond to buy a job. So avoid the buy a job. That's my message. Thanks.